Good morning. I'm Berta Karapetin from New York City, from School Products Yarn Shop. Today, for my beginners knitters, as they asked me, I'm going to be making a video, a very short video on how to connect the new ball of yarn and how to weave the loose ends. Every beginner's knitter ask about it, and I just want to show the best way to do it. I was asked many times by my beginners knitters, how do I connect the new ball of yarns? And it sounds like it's an easy thing to do, but if you're a beginner and never done it, of course, you don't know how. And I will show for my beginners knitters how to connect two balls of yarns. Now, when I teach how to do something which has seams like sweater, baby cardigan, or anything that you will sew later, I always recommend that you will change the yarn at the end or at the beginning of the row. However, if you have open surface like scarf, for example, it really doesn't matter where you change the yarn, because in any case, whether it's at the end or in the middle, you still have to do a very good job in hiding it so it doesn't look ugly. So let's pretend that we are that's all, and I want to show you how to change it in the middle of the row, and then I will show you how to hide those ends. So the rule number one, when you get to 3-4 inches, you connect the new ball of yarn and also leaving 3-4 inches. That's what I recommend. And you do a simple knot, double knot. That's all. Then you continue with a new color, and you never cut the tails, never, because if you cut the tails, it could unravel later on, and that's not a good thing to do. Leave it for now, and in a few minutes I will show you what to do with them. So you continue with a new color, but of course, if you're making double color scarf or anything, you would prefer to do it at the beginning or at the end, only because you want the full row to be in a new color. So I just want to make a couple rows so you can see how I am hiding the ends at the end. So I continue with a new color, and these tails are hanging down, which is normal. They will be hanging down until I finish the whole scarf or anything that I am making. It doesn't bother me for now. I will do a good job at the end, because I always tell my knitters that finishing nicely your garment is as important as to knit it nicely. So if you are not finishing it nicely, it will never look good. So one more row, and I will show you what to do with those tails. Let's pretend that we made the whole scarf. Now, you need two or one of the following, but I would like when my knitters have both. Not at the same time, but preferably they have it in their possession. So the first thing that I love very much and think every knitter has to have it is the darning needle. That's a needle, we call it also big eye needle. See, the eye is really big, so any kind of yarn can go through. And the second thing that I always recommend any knitter to have is medium-sized crochet hook. Both of them are very handy. So look how I am finishing that. I am taking my white color first, and I'm threading it through the needle. And now If it's garter stitch, that's why I was doing this bulky yarn. I want you to see it well. If it's a bulky yarn and a garter stitch, you will find your line, and that's the line you're gonna hide the yarn in. So you're like a little snake. You go around and around and around and around on like 2-3 inches, and you pull it in, and now you can cut your tail. How long to go depends how slippery is your yarn. This particular yarn, Aurora Bulky or Aurora 8, is a very silky and high quality yarn. So I always recommend to do at least few inches that it will not unravel later. So now the white went into white, and the brown will go into brown in the nearest line. So we go around and around and around and around, round, round, and round. Then we pull it in, and now you can cut your tails. Now, if you operate with a crochet hook, that's also possible. And the crochet hook will basically do the same thing. It goes into line and around and around and around and around. Then it will grab the yarn, pull it through, and here you are. You can cut it now. That's how you do it here. One more thing I want to show you. If you do it with, let's say, the ribbing, any kind of ribbing, believe it or not, but hiding yarn in the ribbing is quite easy, and you can do really, really good job. Watch this. You see the line of the knit stitch. Of course, we do it on the wrong side of the garment. But in any case, look how well we can hide it. You find your knit stitch, and you go the same way as I just showed you, like a little snake, around and around and around and around, 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 around for 2-3 inches, and pull it in. And you can't even see it. Now you can cut your yarn, and the other side of the same knot, we usually have 2 ends. The other one will not go into the same direction. I will turn it around, and I will do the same thing in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna go around and around, down. And then I would pull it in, and my stitch. Sometimes I do it so well that I can't even find where it's hidden. So that's how we do it, and then we clip the ends, and that is done.